Welcome to today's session of workshop technology, in which today we are dealing with welding and fabrication, which is actually basically the joining of metals together, either ferrous or non-ferrous metals. The scope actually for this lesson actually is that we are going to see the terminologies used in welding and fabrication, the age preparation between the two metals to join together. We are going also to see the types of welding joints and the welding position in which you position your workpieces while welding. So the objective of this lesson is that at the end of this particular lesson of welding and fabrication, you as a student actually should be able to correctly apply the welding in your workplace. We are going also to correctly state the difference between the welding joints and also the welding positions, the advantages and disadvantages of welding. We are going to cover. Okay, this process actually of welding actually is the joining of two similar or dissimilar metals by fusion. It joins different metals or alloys with or without the objective application of pressure, and with or without the use of the filler metals. The welding actually provides a permanent joint, but it normally affects the metallurgy of the component. Once the component actually has been subjected to heat, the metallurgy or the components or the composition of that metal actually is being affected. So therefore, it must be accompanied by post-welding heat treatment for the most of the critical components in order for it to bring back the components actually or the metallurgy of that workpiece. The application of welding actually can be applied in several areas. For example, in the fabrication of ships, the fabrication of pressure vessels, the automotive bodies, bridges. When building bridges, actually the welding actually is being welding process actually is being employed. The welding of pipes. We have also the sealing of the nuclear fuel and explosives, which is actually the airtight and watertight. Also, when we look about what we call the weldability, which is actually the property of metals which indicates the ease with which it can be welded with other similar or dissimilar metals. Weldability actually depends on some factors here, which is the metallurgical changes that occur due to welding, the changes in hardness and around the weld, in and around the weld. When you weld, actually the surrounding of that weld actually is subjected to heat, and when you use the heat treatment in order to retain or even harden the material, that is what comes well, that is what we say it changes the hardness in and around the weld. The gas evolution and absorption, the extent of oxidation. Actually, the extent of oxidation is when you weld, actually the oxygen level actually surrounding the welded metal actually experience the oxidation. The effects of on cracking tendency of the joint, the plain low carbon steel, that is actually